What's up? Cancer Boy. Podcast number 2, episode 2. Okay. First off, I'm gonna say I apologize if I'm not looking at the camera when I'm looking down or right, or I have screens, I have monitors, I got stuff I've written down that I want to say, and I just want to keep that in mind. I got a screen here of recording, and it's like delayed, so when I move, the hand just moved. It's delayed. So, my bad. If I get a little distracted, I'm sorry. And I'm not going to edit it out because I feel like podcasts should be raw, straight to the point, nothing edited, it's how you feel. So I don't edit these, So yeah, I'm going to start this podcast off. This is going to be how cancer has affected my life, from when I first got diagnosed and how it changed it from where the trajectory was going, to where it's ending, to where it is now. Basic idea. We got it. Okay. First off, I'm going to start with friends. Friends come and go. I get it. But having cancer, I need people. I need a support system. I have that. But the friends that faded, I've been told to keep cancer. Die from cancer. I've been told, you deserve it. I'm at the age, my friends are at the age where they know better. They shouldn't be saying this stuff. So I don't need them in my life. That's fine. Doesn't hurt. Bye. I have friends who are ride or dies with those other people. I get it. You're here because of them. They leave, you leave. I get it. No hard feelings. Bye. College friends, there's drifting. I get it. People drift. I can't go to college anymore. I have cancer, I get it. I'll see you around. Text me. Whatever. I want to see you. Work friends. Back in high school, I had jobs like being a server or being a host, or I had friends. I made friends. Everyone's like different ages, wide variety. So they're my friends. I miss them. Whatever. But majority of my life, I've been an electrician with my dad. I don't know as much as he knows. Obviously, I'm only 21. I started working when I was like 10. Whatever. It's family business. I get it. So my best friend's basically my dad. I don't know if that's like weird, but that's just how it is. But everyone else is like 40 years old. I don't go to job sites and I see a bunch of like crews. I live in Arizona on the border. There's a lot of Mexican guys. I'll walk up and they're like, "Hey, gringo, how's it going? Hey, güero." What do I say to them? "Oh, it's going good." Okay, that's it. I don't have work friends at the job sites. I get it. Whatever. But then there's friendships that's like surprised me. People who got closer with me. People who like forced themselves to be there when I pushed them all away. When I don't want to talk to this person, but they're like, "You know what? Talk to me," and that they break that barrier, force me to talk to them. Even if I hate it, I'm glad they do that. My best friend Kyla lives in Flagstaff. She's been there through thick and thin. I've known her since 4th grade. We didn't get close until like senior year of high school. She's there for me. Even when she has stuff going on, even when she feels like the world's ending in her life, she's still there for me because she's like, I can still be an uplifting person in your life. I appreciate that more than anything. I get it. Isaac, we're gonna be real estate agents together. I'm working towards bettering my life, but it's on hold right now. I'm trying. But he's like the hardest working man I know. He has big dreams. I want to be able to help him. I don't want to hold him back. So I got to be the best person I can be. My friend Aurora, she was there for me during treatments. She saw how bad I was, and she's still my friend, even though we disagree on things, or she's working hard, and she's like the unluckiest person I know. Me and her have like the same luck, and we're kind of like the same person, but she struggles, but she sees me struggling, and she's there for me, and that's like amazing. I got a friend, Andrew, who lives in Ohio because of college. He makes time to play with me on video games, or when he's here visiting, I'll force myself to go out so I can see him because I can't see him as much. Then I got God. God was the biggest like relationship that surprised me, especially because I was following faith, I was following God, before I got diagnosed. I got diagnosed and I asked God. I was like, why? What did I do? Why are you gonna do this to me? I'm 20 years old at the time. I'm 20 years old and I don't deserve this. I tried so hard in high school. I have all these job opportunities. You know, I'm gonna be a firefighter. I had a job at a cancer center. I lost it because of cancer. So I blame God. And even though I was like, okay, I'll start following him again. Then I get cancer again. It's turned stage 4. I said, you know, you abandoned me, I abandoned you. Even through that hatred that I had for him, I've found my way back, and I apologize. I know he forgives me, but I gotta learn to forgive myself. And I know this isn't a religious podcast, but it's just about my cancer, my journey. So if this makes you guys uncomfortable, I get it. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. I won't force my religion on you. So if I do, I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to. Dating. That's probably the hardest thing with having cancer, and I'm learning that right now. Like getting dumped because of it, and it's just stupid. So it's just hard to find someone. You know, like I can't go to work and be like, oh my god, look at that MILF, you know, or I can't go and be like going to the grocery store or going to school, finding people my age. I don't want to go on Tinder. I don't want to meet my wife from Tinder. I don't think anyone does. But, you know, love stories happen that way. I get it. Everyone's love story is different. But no one wants a cancer patient as a boyfriend. You know, they're weak, they're this, they're that. There's more to a person than cancer. But there are people who I've dated, who I've gone out with, who look past my cancer. But it's hard to keep them, you know, because either I can't date because I was bedridden. Okay, I'm sorry. We had breakup. And then we move on. Feelings are gone. I get it. Or I'm used for the attention of my cancer because they're like, oh, my boyfriend has cancer. Feel sorry for me. Again, I can't control I have cancer. But how are you going to use that to your advantage? A little messed up. Or I get cheated on because I have all this free time on my hands, but I can't always go out. And when they go out, they just are like, oh, you know what? I can get away with it. Cheats on me, whatever. I get it. That's part of dating. You know, it's messed up. Whatever. Or I'm too good, and they don't have time for me. I have cancer. I have time on my hands. I don't have a job. I don't go to school. I can't. I have chemo brain. I say things that I don't mean to, or when I say things and I can't say it because I just can't get the words out of my mouth, or I stutter like that, or I know what I want to say. I'm just like, you know, that's just, it happens. So it's part of my journey. I get it. It's unfair. It's really unfair. Like, pushing me away. I need someone. I need love too. That's all I'm gonna say. I need love too. So it's hard. Family. You know, before cancer, it was rough. My relationship with my family was rough. It was not in a good place. Arguing with my family 24/7, you know, screaming back and forth. I get cancer. And it's like we're just, you know, we're a family. It's crazy. I never knew that, you know. They're like, oh, you know, family's there for you, family's this, family's that. Everyone's family's different, you know. Some people have a family. Some people hate their family. I probably have, like, one of the best families, and I'm so grateful for that. My dad works so hard. He supports us. He's awesome. My mom, like, my biggest supporter. She's always there for me for every treatment. It's awesome. My sister, even though she's a pain in the butt, I've noticed the love, you know, and how it scares her from what I'm going through, and she doesn't understand it, so I feel bad. My brother, you know, he's got his own life going on. He just started it, you know, he's 23. I I'm jealous of him because that could be me, but I have cancer, so I'm glad you're succeeding, but it sucks that I'm held back, and you're gonna be the Thomas boy that makes it, and I'm gonna be the Thomas boy that struggles, or I might make it. Who knows? I'm struggling right now, so I'm sorry. It's easy to get down, hard to get up, you know. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay, um, my personality's changed a little bit, but people are like, "Oh, don't make cancer your whole life." Cancer kind of has to be my whole life. Like it has to be my personality, um, because it prevents me from going out or it prevents me from drinking. I'm 21. I spent my first 21st birthday. How many people have multiple 21st birthdays? But I spent my 21st birthday in the hospital, and it was a Saturday. That's a perfect party day, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm 21. I should have been out clubbing. I should have been at a university in Flagstaff, you know, NAU, going chugging, but I couldn't. Sorry, God, but I couldn't because of cancer. So it has to be my personality. I can't do anything because of it, and it sucks. But I still try not to let it control me. You know, like I could go out as much as I can. I would work if I could. So, I went to school. I went to real estate school while a tumor was growing on my back, and I had the most pain in my life. Didn't know it was a tumor. Thought it was a muscle pain because of a hunt I had. Hauled the elk out. A tumor started growing on my back for like 2 months. Going to school and pain and pain and pain. Oh, I'm stupid for that. Whatever. But I finished class. Just gotta take the test. So I'm trying. I'm doing things, you know. You see that controller? I play games. I'm trying to manage my life. I'm trying to, like, the best I can. Confidence, it's low as hell. I tell you what, because of how it makes me look, how it makes me feel, I just feel dirty. I feel weak. I feel not like me, you know, like I have acne, you know. I don't know if you can tell. I got acne because of it. I never had acne. My chest, holy, that's saying hidden. My back, acne. It's from the chemo. My body's changed because of I'm weak now. You know, my cancer, my chemo, my radiations. It's just preventing me from doing what I want. I used to go to the gym. I was fit. It was awesome. Speaking of which, you know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. That's actually next. So, talking about my body. I went from looking good, you know, I was 160 pounds, lean, pure muscle. It was awesome. I was going to the gym for like 6 to 8 months. I got to that body I had in 3 months because I was clean bulking. I was lifting till failure. I was doing it right. Okay, give me a second. Using a new software thing, so you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay. Got it. So, let's do that. So, pictures. I'm still trying to go out with friends, you know, and whatnot, so I have pictures to show. But the body I was talking about is this. Okay. You can't really see, but I had muscle. Like, it was, like, I miss it. I miss it. Do you see that bicep? Ah, it's tiny. What is this? What is this? Okay, well, yeah, so it's tiny. But I'm trying not to let cancer take control of me. What did I do? Okay, I'm working on it. Bear with me. My energy, it's low. It's low because of chemo, and it's low because I just sleep all day, all night, or like now I'm staying up playing video games because it's like I have nothing else to do. But it's low. I can't run. It makes me tired. Soccer, I miss it. I can't play. It sucks. How it makes me feel about being a man, my masculinity, relating to the gym. I can't go to the gym and I can't lift, so I feel weak. I can't lift as much as I could. Um, how I see myself, everyone sees me in vulnerable ways. Like they see me like limping, or the nurses see me, and I don't feel like I look the best, or I have my butt. People have seen my butt. That's so awkward because of the amount of colonoscopies I've had, and people have seen my insides. I haven't even seen my insides. So more people have seen more of me than I've been able to see myself. So it's weird. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it, but I get it. You know, it's just, and then the embarrassment I get from seeing young nurses. They're living their lives. They're pretty. And then they look at me, and it's like they're looking like, ugh, boy, don't even look, ugh. It's like, dude. So it sucks. I know that's not what really happens, but that's how I feel. Um, it sucks, and I see myself like I'm ugly and like I'm weak, and I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to be strong. That's what I view for myself. I should be these things, and I'm not. Um, so my plans being 20 have changed. Well, 21, but when I got diagnosed, I was 20, and it ruined my whole life. It sucked. I was working with my dad being an electrician. I got offered this job being a wildland firefighter. I was trying to be a police officer. Things didn't work out. I failed a lie detector test because there's a voice detector test, and it was like, oh, you're a terrorist. Oh, you've done drugs. Oh, I've never done any of these things. Oh, you stole from your employer. My employer's my dad. He sells me money. How do I my bad. How do I steal the money, bro? That's crazy to me. But whatever. I get it. So work's changed. I was gonna be a wildland firefighter. They're like, you know what? This guy, he recommended you. He never recommended anyone. He was a captain. You're hired. You start August. I get diagnosed in February. Oh man, what a letdown. I feel bad. Okay. When I'm better, maybe. I was doing college. I did a year of college. Took like 6 months off. Got offered that job. I can't go back to college now because I feel like, I feel terrible. Military, I was gonna do the military. I have cancer now. I can't. Like I said, I was an electrician working with my dad. I can't even do that. It's not like it's easy work. It's hard work. It's physical work. No one likes physical work. I'm sure some people do. I don't. Not like that. Not that kind of physical. Up and down ladders, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Arms in the air the whole time, pulling wire. I hate it. I hate it so much. But I did it. It's whatever. I was offered a job at the cancer center. Because of my cancer and because of my experiences, they were like, you can relate to the cancer patients because I am a cancer patient. Well, my cancer came back. I told them it came back, and they just ghosted me. I get it. I did warn them, and I said if it comes back, I'm not gonna work. Well, yeah. My body, it affected my body. I want to be fit, because my plans as a 20-year-old, I wanted my body to be fit as hell. I wanted it to be healthy. I wanted it to be strong. I wanted the best for myself because I worked hard towards it, just for it to be snatched away from something I didn't do. That's like being wrongfully convicted for murder and you spend life in jail. Now, it's like I'm giving cancer, now I have to worry about that for the rest of my life. It sucks. My mind, I didn't really have a plan for my mind, I didn't want to go to college. So I wasn't going to work on it. But due to cancer, it really strengthened my mind. And it brought me challenges I never thought me as a 21-year-old would have to face. I'm 21 and I'm fighting stage 4 colon cancer. And the type of cancer that I have, signet ring cell carcinoma, is apparently found in older men's stomach lining or something. And I heard it's a really bad cancer. I've never done research on my cancer itself, because my family has told me it's such a bad thing, and they're like, we don't want your hopes down. All right, I'll stay a little blind eye to this thing because you guys know what's best for me, and you know what's like you're there with everything, so I'll let you take control. Even though it's my life, I need help. The one thing that cancer may have taken away from me forever though is having a family. You know, I didn't want kids growing up. I had a sister that I had to babysit, and I was like, you know what, she's enough. I don't want a kid. But the older I got, now I'm 21, I've thought about it, and I want a family. I want kids. But the radiation and the chemo affects my reproduction stuff, and it's not that I may not be able to have a kid. It's the fact that they're gonna be born special, and I don't want to force a kid to be special. You know, like who would want that? So it hurts. It's really sad. I've gone through my emotions for it, and I've kind of accepted it because I can adopt, but that kid's really not mine, and it sucks. But it is what it is. I'll see if I can in the future, and if I can't, I'll adopt. We'll see. I'm not there yet. It's not confirmed, but I may not be able to have kids. So that sucks. Cancer didn't take my humor. You know, I cope with making others laugh. I feel like I have a purpose in life when I make others laugh. I feel good about myself. I'd be like, oh, I was gonna say a joke, but my go-to joke is pretty inappropriate. I'm not gonna say it. But I could be like, oh, what's that? You know, and they look and nothing's there. Oh, haha. That would make me feel good about myself. You know, it's like I feel like I'm so needed in the world. When there's so much hatred, I can brighten the mood just a little bit, and it helps making people laugh. Cancer didn't take my kindness. If anything, it brought me more kindness. You know, it taught me that nobody really knows what someone's going through, and their life could be worse than yours. And just because I get mad at you, they wouldn't have gotten mad at me for that because it's not that serious. And you can save someone's life just from being kind. I feel like if you show the love, you receive the love, you know? So that's just how I see it. And then that kind of relates to respect. Respect is like one of the biggest things in my eyes, you know? Like it's the hugest things I value in life. Once you lose it, it's basically gone. So like you gotta work to keep it. You gotta be respectful. You can't just be like, I respect you one day and then the next day, well, that does not make sense. So you gotta maintain that level of respect that people see in you. It shows the strength of your mind and your most moral values you have for yourself, and that's like very important to me. So I try to show the most respect possible. Cancer didn't really take my faith. It did affect it, but it didn't take it because right now I'm at the strongest I've ever been with the Lord. Like I said, with kindness, I feel like it strengthened it. I've lost it, valued it less. By the end of the day where I am, like I said, it's stronger. Again, this isn't a religious podcast. It's just where I'm at in life. I pray for the strength, and I'll follow him to my last breath. That being said, I could die tomorrow. I can die in 70 years. Just as long as I fulfill my purpose, I guess. You know, I don't know what my purpose is. I hope it's to save a life with probably doing this podcast or trying to talk about my cancer, or if I help someone, I hope that's what my purpose is, and then I'll be okay if I die tomorrow. Yeah. It didn't take my stubbornness. I don't give up. I'm a Thomas, you know. I worked hard for discipline. I went through the hardest break of my life, and I started running, and I started gymming, and I built that discipline. And I know how strong and stubborn I am. I won't give up. But I will cope with facts, you know, like if they're like, oh, you're gonna die in 4 months. Okay, let me make the most out of it. Let me help someone. That's just the kind of person I am. identity. I mean, I'm 21 years old. I don't know who I am. I'm still trying to figure that out. So like I don't know what to do. But what I do know is I'm strong. I'm a fighter. I'm a worker. I'm a follower of Christ. I'm a son. I'm a brother. Like I said, I'm a Thomas, and that comes from a long line of fighters and hard workers. So it's in my blood, and it's gonna go on. But things that cancer have brought me and like taught me, patience. You know, cancer's taught me that things aren't so serious in life, and that I should calm down. I shouldn't be as angry. You know, oh, my sister forgot something in the house. I'll turn around. I'll go get it. You know, you can be 5 minutes late. It's okay. Because all we have really is time, and time's not unlimited. So I've learned patience. Anger shouldn't be the answer to every reaction. You know, joy. I should enjoy things a lot more. Cancer has taught me kindness. I mean, I think I've always been super kind in my life. I think I was, yeah, I was pretty nice. I was a kind guy in high school. I was elementary school, middle school. Now it's built my kindness. Like I said, it shows me what others could be going through. They could have an even worse life than I have, but my life's not the worst it could be. My life's not the worst in the world. And again, faith. The Lord brought me closer to Him more than ever. I said my story of how I lost faith because of the cancer, how I gained, and how I found Him. So that being said, I do have some pictures I want to show because I feel like this cancer doesn't make me doesn't define me as a person. I still go out and I still do things, and I want to prove it to you guys. So bear with me. I'm gonna click some things. You guys are gonna be like, "Oh, what's he doing?" I'm opening up some stuff. All right. Boom, boom, and this one because I like this one. Okay, the pictures. Okay, so family, friends. So this is a picture of my friend. This is Daniel. This is some gun show guy. That's Andrew. That's me. Holding a revolver. You know me. Gangster like, and another show type guy. Christmas, my mom has always gotten her Christmas pictures, and though my brother's not in it, I was still able to go. That was probably after treatment. The one thing I don't like about this Christmas picture, Santa Claus. He looks like he hates himself, and oh my gosh, he looks like he hates it there. So we were sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, what do you want in life? Or what do you want in life? What do you want for Christmas, little girl?" "Oh, I want Robux. I want this. I want a Lulu melon thing, whatever they are." And then he goes to me, "What do you want?" And I was like, "It's kind of too sad. I'm not trying to bring the mood down, and I can't get what I want." "Okay, bro." I was like, "Okay, that's kind of funny." Next, I went to Disneyland with my sister. It was cool. I'm 21 years old, so it's not as exciting as it is for her. Disneyland. Friends. Probably shouldn't have done this, but I went out, and had fun with friends. May have been a little tipsy. I'm 21 years old, but may have been a little tipsy. Went to Bisbee. That's my friend Isaac, and that's my friend Ruben. Yeah, so I still go out as much as I can with friends. My body, the workout, the progress, I miss it. I can't get that back, but that's what I used to look like, and I have that discipline, and I want it back so bad. I can't. Here's that hunt. That's the elk. Me, my dad. That's the elk. I had a cow tag. Some people might not like that picture, so I didn't want to show it too much. My doctors and my support team kind of. That's my oncologist. He's awesome. That's his nurse. He's great. She's like a nurse navigator. Like, she helps out with like the patients. They're all great. They're awesome. That was my last treatment when I was stage 3. You know, I am where I am now, so I'm stage 4. So yeah, but that's probably like the best cancer team I could have gotten. I went bird hunting. Here's a picture. My sister, she didn't shoot. She just wanted to hold the gun. That's my Uncle Fred. That's my grandpa. That's my mom. So these two are brothers. That's my mom, sister, me. My dad just wanted to look cool, so he's aiming like he's gonna shoot a bird. Again, with the elk, some people might not like that. But during the bird hunt, I had my cousin come over and my uncle. They're cool. It's just hunting's not necessarily for them. So we took a picture because we were like, oh, yeah. My humor. I just want to show this because I went to an abandoned hotel and took a picture and pulled my pants down, facing outside. Just want to show that my humor's still intact. Yeah. I didn't want you guys looking at my butt the whole time. I went to a concert. I did go to a concert while on chemo. That's my friend Aurora that I mentioned. She went with me. Her car ended up breaking down that night, and we slept in her car till 3 a.m. so our family could come drive up and save us because we're on the side of the highway. It was awesome. It was sucked, but the concert was great. Too bad the person I went to go see ended up being a murderer. Yikes! I know. More family pictures. This pose I used to do is like flipping off, but with a pinky. Is stage 3 gang is what I called it. Now I evolved it to this. This is stage 4 gang. It's just one finger up. Because I'm stage 4. I'm not a gang member. It's just I'm coping. Hockey. I got into hockey. That's me in the middle of the rink. The hockey team had a professional photographer. Took a picture of me wearing the jersey that they gave me. Signed by the entire team. The Roadrunners. Tucson. Let's go Roadrunners. And this is a picture of me with my friends at the hockey game a couple days after. That's me, that's Nicole, that's Kyla, and that's a butthead that we're not going to talk about. So we went, it was awesome, it was great. Just thought I should show you guys those because it makes me happy that cancer's not holding me back in life to the full extent that it does other people. I'm stage 4. I was bedridden. Now look at me. Driving. I'm out. It's not the worst it could be. So life's not as bad as it could be, so I need to learn to be grateful, which I am very grateful for. I'm going to try not to curse in the rest of the podcast because I feel like it's kind of unprofessional, but I just have so much emotion and dedication towards this stuff, so it's like I just get a little too into it. My bad. I'll drop it down a notch. I don't know if hell, like what the hell, or if that's like considered a curse word, but I'll try to use it at a minimum. Yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. The first episode is up. The second episode is gonna be up soon. I don't know. I'll try to do like a weekly podcast. Again, like I said, get a colonoscopy. It's not embarrassing. It could save your life. Cancer is spreading to young men, to young individuals, and it's more common, and colon cancer is on the rise. It's one of the leading cancers in young men, young individuals. I can't stress it enough. Even if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. Get a colonoscopy. What are you, 10? Maybe not colonoscopy. Okay. But if you're 20, what are you doing? Go get a colonoscopy. Like, come on. It's not embarrassing. It sucks. Yeah, because of the prep. But at least you're not drinking the hospital prep. That is the worst, okay? Get a colonoscopy. It can save your life. If I would have gotten one sooner, it could have saved my life, and I wouldn't be at stage 4. If you're stage 1, if you're stage 2, it's so preventable. It's so curable. But once you're stage 3, once you're stage 4, it's not the end for you. I mean, it's not the end for me, but it's harder, you know. And like I said, it's on the rise for younger individuals, and I want that to be known. It's on the rise. So care for yourself. Cancer Boy, Nolan Thomas, 21 years old. I'm out. See you on the flip side. Okay.